can we, sir, know about a little bit negative stuffs about California and about Idaho? Like that you don't like about California and you don't like about Idaho?
Yeah. So for California, I think one of the biggest driving factors
Yeah.
for me was that, and the reason why I left is because the taxes were a little bit high.
Thanks.
They're a little taxes. They're a little bit high on the high side of things. Because when you go, and that's part of the cost of living is the higher taxes for California. But if you can manage that, you're fine. But for me, I just felt like that, taking 30% of my paycheck was kind of hurting me a little bit. And Idaho, I think that a negative about Idaho is that if you're not ready for snow and cold weather, it's something to adjust to. And I've been to like cold weather states. I've been to cold weather training, but never like, oh, hey, this is where I'm going to live. Now I have to really get used to the cold weather. So I would say, you'd be surprised how cold it gets in Idaho. And that's probably the one negative. That's probably my only negative that I have is that, you just be ready. If you move there, be ready for the cold during the wintertime. From November to March,
And that's not long.
it's going to snow. It's going to snow. It's going to be cold. So just something to get used to.
Okay. And as you see that the tax is super high in California. And what about in Idaho? Is it cheaper, the tax?
And taxes are less. I went from, so just from my example, I went from 30% being taxed on my paycheck in Idaho went to about like 17% taxed on my paycheck. So almost like a 50% difference from my paycheck, at least for me personally.